Hey guys, it's Heather from Kell of a Plan, and today I am working in my binder Erin Condren planner, and I am going to be punching it, or not really punching it, more like adapting it to put it on the discs. I loved the idea that this planner was on a binder, so it was really customizable. But I quickly found out that this binder is just too bulky for me. Like, it's pretty thick, it's pretty big. It's just too much. Like, even just to open it takes up so much space. So I saw several people on YouTube do this. I'm not sure exactly who the first person was to do this, but this is definitely not my idea. I was just inspired to do the same thing. So basically what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take out the pages that I want to punch. So I'm not going to take July because July's already over. So I'm just going to leave that. And then October, maybe through December. I can punch through December. And then if there's still room on the disc, I can come back and get more. But I'm not going to do the whole binder yet. I'll just do like the next 6 months. And so next, what you want to do is you've got to make these holes that are already there fit the discs. So where are my little tiny scissors? Because those would probably work better. But you basically are just going to take some scissors and cut little slits next to the holes so that it can go on your discs. I don't think that's going to be big enough. Okay, so then I don't know that the disc will stay on right now because it's just one sheet. But then it will be on the discs like so. So you can't just, I guess you could trim it and punch it with a Happy Planner punch, but I'm going to be doing it this way and then lining it up on these discs. So it'll be like a little bit of a different setup, but I'm kind of excited about that. I think it'll be cute. And so I'm going to speed up this part so that y'all aren't just watching me cut for like 20 minutes. And then I'll be back to kind of talk more about it, okay? So I have the 6 months on these classic discs, but there's honestly still a lot of room left on the classic discs. So I'm going to move them to these mini discs, and I kind of laid out the discs in the order that I want them to be. So it'll be I actually may take that out, scoot these down. That way there's 2 of every color. So now I just basically have to move everything over to the mini discs and hope that it all fits. The classic is like too big, and I'm hoping that the mini is not too small. I could go ahead and punch another 6 months and put them on the classic, but I don't want to do that because I honestly don't know like if this planner, if I'll even be using it in 2020, and so I don't want to punch it if I'm not going to use it, because if I'm not going to use it, I could give it to someone else and they may like it in the binder. They may not want it punched like this, so that's kind of why I'm only punching 6 months at a time. And I'm doing just like I would when I normally change discs. I'm doing a month at a time, and then popping them onto these discs. Now the next thing I'm going to have to figure out is what to do about a cover, because I can't punch a Happy Planner cover. That won't work because the Happy Planner punch doesn't have the holes in the right spot, because these are kind of unique holes. These are a lot closer together than they are on the Happy Planner punch. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab an Erin Condren cover and see if I can get it to go on the discs, or if I can cut it to go on the discs. And if that won't work, then I'll probably, oops, I just knocked stuff off with my desk. I will probably have to make my own cover somehow. All right, these fit really well on the disc. One tip is when you put discs on paper like this, it might be kind of stiff at first, but if you take your discs and you just spin them, that helps to get the paper like used to being on the disc, and you'll feel like when they start turning a little bit smoother, and that kind of tells you that you're good. So just a little tip, this is for any time you put new disc, especially metal disc, on. Just sit there and spin them for a while, and it helps them to wear in. So now I'm going to figure out a cover for this new planner. All right, you're going to notice that I changed my disc again. That's because I pulled out this cover, this extra Erin Condren cover I had, and so I wanted the disc to match. And then what I did was, I already did this to the back. I marked each slot where the slot was going to go over a set of discs, and then I trimmed that slot so that it would fit the mini discs a little bit better. Okay, and so then you can still spin them to make them fit really good. It looks like this one actually needs to be cut a little bit more. And then it lays down a lot better when you make the slit a little bit wider. So I'm gonna do, I did it first off screen so that I can make sure that it really did work. And now what I need to do is I need to do it with you guys. So what I basically did was I lined it up with the discs, and then I marked which ones need to be trimmed. Okay, and then I just took my scissors and I basically cut off so that it was more like an open slit. And those are the only ones that I'm cutting. So you need to be, I'm pretty sure this will mess it up where it won't go on the spirals anymore. So if you cut yours, you need to be like okay with not using it on a spiral Erin Condren anymore, because you probably won't be able to. I cut a little bit too much on that one. All right. Then I have all these little plastic things all over my desk, but then you just take it and you pop it on, and you may have to pull it back off to trim some more once you get it on the discs. You just kind of have to see if the disc, you kind of have to look at how the disc is sitting in the plastic, and you can kind of tell, like this one, I don't know if you can see, but this one is like leaning really far. So that tells me that that slot needs to be cut a little bit more. Okay. Then I can pop it back on, check the other ones. I think this one needs to be cut a little bit more. All right, and then Again, you can spin the discs so that they fit really well. You may need to try like opening and closing it, and you may find that you need to cut again just to make it open and close on the discs a little bit better. There may be a better way to do this cover. I'm not really sure. I didn't watch the other people's videos that have done this, so you may want to check out other people's videos. But this works for me, and I think it looks cute, and I'm really excited that it's now on disc. Like an Erin Condren planner on disc makes me think that I might actually use it. So, I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me know what you think. If you like this video, I hope you hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button, and happy planning.